hand made these patties. Let me flip the camera so I can show you. I hand made those, and those are the seasonings on them. I'm getting ready to make the fries and stuff. And even though I'm air fryer, I'm doing it the old way. And then a pie. I'm gonna do a steak. So we put our onion rings. Let me move off all the burner covers. I'm going to go ahead and open the onion rings. Pop the button in. Just gotta put the onion rings in the oil. Just like I said, I'm doing a sequel. On a bike. I swear the way these spice you put in there is hard to get them out. Jesus. Those are not clearly not taking into consideration the size of the hiking dog. Friggin' sweating up for a while because I would have, you know. Hello. Yes, I am sweating. There we go. Now that the floor is clean, take off my watch so I can do the dishes. Because these dishes need to be done. Hi, people. Turn it so you guys can see me while I'm doing the dishes. Because I'm multitasking. I'm cooking and cleaning at the same time. anyways, talking to a friend yesterday, and I made a joke. I was like, she saw my videos about me cooking and cleaning, and she was like, girl, you are turning to be a housewife. And I said, yeah, pretty much, I guess. Ooh, that's warm. That is some warm water. Woo! Let me turn it down. I don't burn my friggin' fingers off. And that's that'll go up here. There we go. Wash all these dishes in so much time today. That way I can get back to cooking dinner. Still waiting for that to heat up. Okay, that is better. Now that I'm not sweating to death. Oh, dang. Ow. Okay, that is perfect. Take those out so you can see. Hey! Well, that worked so well. That fell apart. Damn. Okay. Yeah, this is going well. I haven't done this in forever. Jesus. Making hamburgers and fries, and y'all, it ain't going so well right now. Like, I'm trying, but I handmade burgers myself, so they're not like store-bought stuff. And I hadn't done that since I was a kid. There we go. Finally, the oil's heating up. So I'm making burgers and then I'm making onion rings and fries on the stove. I'm kind of doing it the old way because people are now just buy like the pre-made patties and the and use their air fryer. I'm going back to like, I guess my dad called it like the 90s style. You make your own damn burgers, put them in the oven, and you cook your stuff on the stove. Well, fry it. And I haven't fried stuff on the stove since I was 12, 13. Damn! Damn! That happened once to me too, and it was a couple months ago. I was talking about my cat, Charlie. Yeah, see, that's weird. I guess now YouTube's picky about people under 13 being in lives without a parent. So I guess if they hear, I don't know how old your cousin is, but if they heard like a younger voice, that's probably why they disabled it. Because they're all like, protect the kids. Which in most cases, they don't protect the kids. They do bad things. Point being, it happened to me a couple months ago. I was talking about my cat, Charlie. And I said, yeah, Charlie is 6 years old. And apparently they thought I was talking about a human. Yeah, that could be why. And so they thought Charlie was human. Funny, considering I said Charlie's tail. You know, I didn't know humans had tails again. Sounds like we're going backwards in evolution. And so I was disabled from making lives for about 2 weeks. Because I mentioned my cat being 6 years old, which was kind of dumb. I mean, come on. Exactly. They don't really care. They leave these inappropriate channels up and inappropriate ads. But then, like, ban channels like mine, or not ban, but, like, disable lives on channels like mine. Which is silly. It's like, yeah, it'll come back. For me, it lasted about 2 weeks. But it just depends on what they got you for. Because, like, mine, they said, mine was a minor. And I was like, Charlie's a cat. He's not a child. He's a cat. Like, YouTube is so fucking picky. They, like, friggin' cherry pick everything. Which is annoying. It really is. Because, like, I was scrolling through YouTube, I think it was last night, and I was trying to find a video. Because I'm putting together kind of like a playlist of, like, learning stuff for my future classroom. So, of course, I'm watching these videos to filter out ones that are potentially inappropriate. And I come across this one that's supposed to be, what was it? I'm trying to remember. The ABCs. And they had some very graphic pictures for the different letters. I was like, no, what the fuck? Who's letting their child watch this? I was like, oh my god. Because they leave all these nasty channels up, and it doesn't even have to be something like inherently sexual. Sometimes it's just the bullying channels, or the channels that condone violence and shit, and they get to stay. Like, why? If you're protecting the kids, shouldn't you remove the non-kid content from here? Or, because I've heard, on YouTube Kids, there's all kinds of inappropriate content, like adult explicit content on YouTube Kids. First off, if you're a parent, why the fuck is your kid using regular YouTube? Second of all, why the fuck are you not monitoring what they're watching? That's the argument I always make to people. I'm like, if you're a parent, you should be monitoring what the fuck your kids are watching, and if you can't, you fucking screen to begin with. I was raised without screens until I was, like, I didn't own my own until I was 11 or 12, and I didn't get my first phone until I was 15. So I spent most of my childhood without a screen in front of my face unless it was a damn TV. And if I didn't like what was on TV, and there was like I didn't use we didn't use Netflix or anything, so if there was nothing good on the TV guide, guess what? We had to entertain ourselves. We'd go outside, we'd play with our toys, or we'd put a DVD in the DVD player and watch a movie. Or my dad and I remember this very vividly. We had a giant CD player, and then we had the stacks of CDs. And if we wanted to listen to music, instead of going on YouTube, we'd pop a CD in the CD player and just dance. So, I guess people don't do that anymore? Yeah. But yeah, I lived most of my childhood without screens. I was mostly into books. I would always be reading something. Like, it didn't matter what it was, I was reading it. But yeah, I don't understand how certain platforms can claim to be protecting kids when they let stuff like that fly. Like, no, it's not really about the kids now. It's about saving face. You're saving your own ass instead of taking care of the root of the problem. Like, they're just saving ass in order to prevent a lawsuit. If you're that worried about saving your own damn ass, you might want to go to the root of the problem and fix it. I've sent several complaints in about how some of the actors are really inappropriate, and like they did nothing about it. Like, I've tried. I don't know what's in with them because it doesn't make sense. Ooh, pancakes are great. I think next week or week after I'm making breakfast for dinner. Yeah, those are onion rings. I am making onion rings. Yeah, I'm making them in the pot instead of the air fryer. So that's the onion rings. I'm going to show you the burgers that I handmade. Those are the burgers. They're not done yet, but that's what they look like so far. Yeah, they're pretty good. These ones are different though. So you know how most onion rings are just like a circle of onion dipped and then baked? Or fried? These ones are just the actual minced onion, like they chop it up, batter it, and then fry it. It's really interesting. Oh, that happens here in the US too. That's very common. Back when I was in middle school, I got bullied for not having Nike shoes, which were really popular at the time. I was bullied mercilessly until I got a pair, and even then I was still bullied. Bullying is a pretty much universal thing. I don't understand why people do it, and I never will. It's just stupid. I love the smell of onion rings. Woo! Yeah, so back in middle school, I was bullied. I didn't have Nike shoes, which are like, I guess, a pretty expensive brand of shoes. And even after I got them, I was still bullied, like mercilessly. Um, and those shoes were $100 fucking dollars, and I was still bullied because they weren't the popular ones that were $300. So eventually, when I got to high school, I kind of just realized there's no point in trying to fit in. It's just dumb as hell. So I started wearing whatever the fuck I wanted to. Either way, I still got bullied, but I didn't give a damn. I was pretty much bullied from 3rd grade through 9th. Eventually, I just stopped giving a damn. My tongs are so weird. Look at this. They're like... I need to get better tongs. Or salad tongs. Yeah, that's not emo at all. There's a big difference between wearing all black and emo. Emo is a subculture. It's like, I'm sure you know this, but there's different subcultures. So there's goth, emo, cyberpunk, and then under there's different categories, which are the subcultures. And technically, what I fall under is punk. I'm pop punk. So most of my stuff, when I'm actually dressed up, is more like punk or rock. But yeah, clearly they didn't know. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand subcultures. They think that wearing all black automatically makes you goth or emo, which it doesn't. You have to they don't understand. They won't pick up a book and learn. Wow. Because I originally started off as, I guess, well, I wouldn't really say emo, but I was more of like an edgy kid in middle school. I was like, fuck life, this fucking sucks. And then I got to high school and I was like, ooh, pastel colors. And then I went pastel for a bit. And then I went back to pop punk and I was like, okay, this is fine. And then I started experimenting more in like 10th grade. And now here I am in college and I do like goth, or not goth, but pop punk, a little bit of goth. Alright. I will see you guys in the next live.